Hi, my name is Timothy St. John. I'll be teaching Learn to Write Online, and this is a course to get you started on the basics of learning to write online. We're going to cover a lot of information in depth on how to find work, how to prepare a portfolio, how to avoid being scammed by people who want to take advantage of you or just not pay you. And we're going to cover how to edit your work, how to write for search engines, which is a really big factor for people who are writing online who are freelance writers. We're going to cover all this and get you started with what you need to know to just go out there and start writing. And you can do a lot with this. You can make it a career, you can make it a part-time job or a full-time job, and there's so many different kinds of things you could write. I mean, you can be writing blog articles, you can be writing press releases and news articles and product reviews and even books and fiction and different things like that. I've had experience with a lot of this. I've been fortunate enough to do this as a career for about 7 years now and counting. And I had a background in education and in English, and so I had a basis kind of to draw on. But I got into some trouble early on with my career as an online writer. Trying to do freelance writing, I didn't know the fundamentals of it, and I didn't know where to start. And so I struggled initially to find work and to do the work properly in a way that my clients were happy with. And then I was also taken advantage of by some people and not paid for the work that I did. So I'm going to kind of teach you how to do all that, give you the basics and the fundamentals to start out with, so you don't have to go through some of those growing pains that I went through, and you can just hit the ground running and make a career out of this. And it can be a very enjoyable work. You know, they say that if you enjoy the work you do, you feel like you never have to work a day in your life. And many days, I just enjoy my work so much, the time flies, and I feel like I'm just really blessed and really fortunate to be paid for what I do because I really do enjoy it. Now, some of it's going to be stressful and strenuous and hard work and monotonous. You'll run into that as well, but we're going to prepare you for how to deal with all of that and how to be a writer who can produce high quality work, work that you're proud of, and work that you can consistently show to people as the best example of your writing ability. And you know, it may not be the career you always wanted as a writer, but it can keep you employed, it can keep you financially afloat because there's so much work out there. There's people building websites, there's people designing websites for others, there's people who are just growing their own business, and they're looking for writers who can speak and write English well and fluently, and can write in a grammatically correct way, and can write in a readable way, and can optimize their work for search engines without being told exactly what to do for every little thing, and you don't have to be watched over and babysat, essentially. They're looking for people who already know the ropes. Okay, if you want to get paid a decent rate and you want to be accepted for the work you apply for when you're trying to find freelance writing jobs, then you got to know this stuff. You got to know the essentials, because a lot of the clients will be looking for people who already know it, who they don't have to tell every little thing to and check over your work again and again and send the work back to you and say, hey, re-edit this and redo this, and this isn't correct, and there's a problem with this. I don't know what the problem is, but there's definitely a problem with it because it's not ranking well. And when you know all this stuff already, you're going to be able to not just find work and get approved for the things you apply for, but you'll also be able to get consistent work, and people will come back to you for work again and again. They'll be willing to continue to give you work as you increase your rates over the years, and they're going to refer you to other people, and you'll grow a client base. And that's really important if you want to make a career out of this. You want to have a good reputation, a strong reputation, and build those strong relationships with your clients. If you can manage to do that, you know, this can be a very profitable, very enjoyable, and very long career, you know. So I really think this content will help you. These classes are designed to give you everything you need to get started, and then to kind of put you in the next tier of writers above just the basic beginners. Because if you can do all this stuff that we cover in the class and you can apply it to your writing and just start with all that already in your head and all ready to go, then you're going to be at an advantage. All right, and you'll have stuff already written that you can refer potential clients too and say, these are examples of my work. We'll show you how to do all that, what kind of work you should be doing, how you should write it and edit it and proofread it and all of that, so that when you apply for work, you'll have something substantial to show and you'll be in a much better position than someone who's just kind of putting their feelers out, dipping their toes in, and just getting into freelance writing for the first time. All right, let's get into it.